What is up, everybody? I hope you're having a wonderful day. And I know this might be a controversial take or a hot take on the Beast Tamer, but I'm here to tell you why I think the Beast Tamer is kind of bad. Actually, not very useful, actually, kind of overrated, and just not what I thought he was, So here's my story. Early on, I thought he was great. When you get access in Chapter 2, and you start forming your little beast army, you get a couple griffins, you get a dragon here or there, this and that, and you bring the Beast Tamer along because you're like, alright, cool, like, he empowers beasts, and he's really cool, and, he's pretty useful, he's got some good weapon abilities, and, some skills, and he's got Lobber, which greatly increases his viability, and probably his best skill that he has, honestly. He even has, like, Steadfast, he's got a good kit, you think. Well, here's some of the issues I have with it. So, Empower Dragon, Empower Beast. These skills sound great on paper until you actually play with a dragon or a beast or play the game and you realize that you have to be pretty close to the Beast Tamer for these to even work. And you have to hope they proc when you're close. You know how many times I was like waiting for it to proc, wasting a turn or two, hanging out within a couple tiles of my Beast Tamer to get the proc, and it never went off, and then not only did my Beast Tamer waste a turn, but my dragon or beast also wasted a turn waiting for that. And for the majority of the game, I'm gonna say it, but beasts and dragons are very powerful, and they don't even need Empower Beast or Empower Dragon to be useful. It's not until you get to Chapter 4, or even at the end of Chapter 4, that dragons and beasts start to kind of fall off. I mean, they are beyond sufficient without the need for Empower. Now, you can make the argument that Empower Beast and Empower Dragon can kind of mitigate the fall-off that a dragon or a beast has later in the game, especially towards post-game. The problem is, again, the limited range, the fact that you have to bring a Beast Tamer to even get it, and a Beast Tamer, like I said, other than Lobber, I mean, they're not that useful on the battlefield. They can't really deal a lot of damage, they can't really take a lot of hits, they're not gonna be up there, be a major damage dealer, I guess is what I'm saying. And Empower's major problem is the proximity you have to be to the Beast Tamer. So we got 6 square radius, which isn't too bad. Honestly, though, it really needs to be just almost the whole area, or like half the map, or unlimited range, or something like that. If it just affected the whole battlefield, like he let out a war cry and his beast got enraged, and it just affected the whole battlefield, that would be so much more useful. But the limited range on it, which is, I think it's 2, 4, 6, I think it goes up to tier 4, so 8. So you get 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 is manageable, 8 is pretty decent. If it went like 8, 10, 12, 14, it might be a little bit different story. But the limited range on it, and like I said, the fact you don't need it, make it just, and I was under the impression, and I'm sure many people were, if you were new to the game or got a Beast Tamer, you were like, well, if I run a Beast or a Dragon, I gotta have a Beast Tamer and then run him with Empower because it just makes sense. You don't, though. You really don't. And the Empower only lasts for 1 turn. That's like the worst part, is you get it to proc. I mean, to be fair, most auto skills are only 1 turn anyway, so I guess there's not really an argument there, but you wait there for it to go, you're sitting next to your Beast Tamer, it procs, you're like, okay, we can go into battle. You get your attack off, it does a good amount of damage, and you're like, nice! Alright, back to the Beast Tamer and hope it procs on the next turn. It's just not a viable way to play. It's not a viable... You get 1 proc for the whole battle, because unless your Beast Tamer is going to be flying in the back lines with the Griffin, I mean, I guess a Hawkman Beast Tamer would be a thing, but your beasts are going to be doing their thing. You could maybe keep them next to a dragon, because dragons are relatively slow, but that leads me to another problem with the Beast Tamer, is his high RT cost. He has an RT of 109 in my party right now. Granted, equipment's playing a role into that a bit, but if we look at the 109 on the Beast Tamer, we look at the 109 on the Terror Knight, why do heck? Like, the Beast Tamer and the Terror Knight have the same RT, and the Terror Knight is widely regarded as like the slowest class in the game. So that's another major flaw to the Beast Tamer, is its RT being so bad. So, I'm kind of going to double this video. I was going to do a review on the Beast Tamer, but, that's, I don't know, the review videos, people don't really care about those. They don't really matter so much. But if I did have to rate the Beast Tamer, I give him like a D. D plus if I'm being nice, just for the added utility of Lobber and the fact that he can buff beasts. And his main purpose is just to recruit you units. That's his job. He just goes out there and recruits. He sits for the whole match, barely does anything, and once something gets low on life, you just go recruit it. That is the purpose of the Beast Tamer in this game. Very unlikely to be a battlefield unit, except, like I said, when you first get him, it seems like he's so good, and he's pretty viable, like Chapter 2. Maybe Chapter 3. But then you realize, you're like, I don't even need this guy to run my beasts. I don't even need him. He's just like, he's like baggage. He's just like a little bit of a extra flavor on top. You know, we drizzle some chocolate on the ice cream cone and it tastes better. That's kind of the Beast Tamer. You know, the dragons and beasts do a little bit better if they're next to him when he procs his thing. So, I don't know. Like I said, he's definitely D grade, somewhere in the D's, because he's just not, I haven't used a Beast Tamer in a blue moon, man. It's probably been half the game. He only comes into my party when I'm recruiting. I go, oh, there's a Hydra here, or a dragon, or a whatever. Okay, bring the Beast Tamer in. You know, it's never like, oh wow, he could really help my beasts. I thought that at the beginning, but like I said, he's just got too many flaws. And like I said, Lobber works better on Ranger. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna give Ranger some praise and be like, Ranger benefits from Lobber better than Beast Tamer. Granted, you could bring Beast Tamer, and he's probably a better cleric with Lobber. You know, if you really want to play it that way. If you really want to be like, okay, he's just gonna throw heals at everybody and kind of sit in the back and empower the beasties and be a very heavy support utility character, you could go with that. But at the same time, if Cleric had Lobber, there you wouldn't even need to worry about it. But Cleric does not have Lobber, sadly. So that's just my thoughts and impressions on it. That's how I feel about the Beast Tamer. If you love the Beast Tamer, don't let me discourage you. Tell me why you love it. Tell me why the Beast Tamer is so amazing to you. Maybe you know some top secret trick I don't, and you can get me to understand why the Beast Tamer is amazing. But as far as it goes, I'm underwhelmed. I was misled. I misinterpreted the Beast Tamer. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you appreciate the video, because I appreciate you watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Until then, later guys. Have a good one. Peace out.